it's continue to be this about the objects in the sky today. And now I think it is uh, it is February 16, 2023, and now they are talking about 6 objects over Kiev in Ukraine that is not shooting the ordinary things they shoot, and they blame it on Russia that have this those other what they calls objects that is called balloons, and now they will start to write what is really are today. I live in Sweden, and I have some news channels. I have one that is in Arabic countries and close to Russia, and I am very open in my ears now to hear about this, because I hope my friends, my family from heaven will come and be in this. It's like a forerunner to be in those objects that is going around all over the world now. And I don't know what they are doing here, but it's maybe is it spaceships that have coming now that have find out that there is a planet that have living creatures, human people on it, and it can be because it's why haven't they not seen it before, and why now it start to come so many objects in the sky. And it can be that they had traveled far away and look for a planet that have living human, because their planet is not good anymore for them to be, and they want to see if they can find a planet, living planet to live on or interact like they have done for a long time now. But I think there is different spaceship that is coming. It's from different planets, and they have come in so forward in their technology, so they can travel around and look at the planets. And I don't know what it will be when our military is shooting them down. But that means for them that we don't like them to be here, and that we are their enemy, and then it's coming to be like a war going on from out of space coming in that have make war to us. And and they are more advanced than us, so that's not good. But I have had this kind of visions many times about a spaceship that is coming down to get me, calling for me to come up in the spaceship. And so I believe that is something maybe I have been before going up on the spaceship, or I have a vision of coming and going up on the spaceship, and not as an enemy to them, that they want me to come in because I should join them in that way. So I'm not scared about it at all. I'm looking forward to be there in line to come up on the spaceship. But it will be scary for many people if it's coming true that the spaceship is coming down here on this planet. But I understand. I have spirits that touch me very much. That's why I'm talking a little like I can't hold a speak for a long time. It is this that they have taken contact with me many times. So I am prepared of them. And I'm not scared because I know them in that way that I have been with them. And it can be visions I get from what will be in the future. And last episode I talk about that I am not going to talk so much about the past. It's going to be the future now. And that's what already been in me before these balloons come. I told you about that they want to talk about the future. And the future are here now. And in year 2000, when God come and talked to me, I could have asked him all kind of questions. I didn't know God, so I was not I have knowledge about the Bible or Quran or other books, and then I could ask him out from the books I have read. I couldn't because I didn't know God. I didn't know heaven. I have been up to the New Jerusalem in heaven, but I didn't know what it was. But then after in 2000, in December 18, I took the flight to United States to go there homeless and come to know God and heaven in that way, that I have nothing around me that from people that was talking. And I was going every day to all kind of churches, all gathering places for religious and tradition, to learn, and then I come back home after 3.5 years to Sweden. Then God let me come back. And when I started this podcast for 2-3 years ago, I didn't know what to talk about, but then it started to show up. They come, spirits being come into my home and talk, but they were let me come to understand things that was in the past. But now they are ready to tell me about the future. And in that way, in the same time that it starts to come in the sky, objects that our government is not going to tell us the truth. They're going to lie as much as they can. And if someone is telling the truth, then other people is going to answer with a laugh that you are stupid, that saying these things, and they try to cover it up. So we other people that is not involved in this, we are not going to think that is U.F.O. that is coming down here. They don't want to have panic here on the earth, because if people get the panic, like in some countries there is allowed to have weapon, and they're going to shoot. They're going to come panic in people, and they go crazy, and they go around and shoot other people, and they do harm this planet in their way, they thinking in their mental sickness. And the government doesn't want to have this panic going on. So they're going to deny everything that have with U.F.O. to do. That's U.F.O. that is from aliens, from outer space. U.F.O. is always this identified objects, flying objects. That is always there. And so that is true what they are saying, but they are not saying U.F.O. that is coming from outer space. Only that they don't know what is going on, these flying things. And it have been in, I think, if it was in South America also, have showing up these objects. And so now it started to be these invasions. They are coming and visit us. And as they couldn't understand this with flying things in the biblical time, they were talking like literally that these people here on this planet is about that. But the Bible describe fly out of space flying objects that is coming in, but they couldn't talk. They didn't understood that. So it is someone is here that won't. I don't know. He I see that he push, like you push on a button. He push on a button. He's showing that. That means in symbolic, in what he's showing me, is they have pressed the button. It started now. That's what it means, that he's showing me. I see only a hand, and then I see a button under that, like laying on a table. I don't see the table, but it was laying down, and he put a finger on it. That's what he showing me. And I have talking about that in the podcast a few times, to be prepared, not only in food, but be prepared in your mindset to not go crazy or be scared about what will coming to us. And it will take a time before if they are going to tell you the truth. Because what my spirits that is in my home, what they have said before I started to recording, that they say it have already been prepared from the governments to cover up what will happen. And they have had contact with U.F.O for many years, and they know they can't press it to take that away. It will come a day when they can't deny it. And in that way, this is what the Spirit have told me before I started recording. In that way, they have prepared to fake things. So we don't know if it's true or if it's fake. I have watched this about how this fake news, that they make a voice of someone that we know, and then is it a fake look-alike that is talking and talking lies. And it is not some have taken it as a game to have this fake, deep fake, but that is an artificial intelligence, AI, robots. That is a way to covering up, so we can't know if it's fake or is it real. And they spread out many fake and lies to us, and it's too hard for us to know if this movie is real. That's my spirits have talking about today before I started to recording, that it was already done these things. And in an earlier chapter of this podcast, I have talking when I have met AI robots from outer space that they act like real people, but what they have told me, it have been very strange talking to me. So I have had my eyes and especially my ears open for this for a long time. And so I can see it when other people can't see it. But how they acting and how they talking, I know they are not human. And that I started in Texas when I was married, 1998, 1999, about that. It come people to me and talk to me that that I don't have people that I know. When I was married in Texas, my husband had friends, so I could be with them together with these people. But all the time I have it been my boyfriend and or my husband's friends. They have not been my friends. I have not brought them into my life. It's my husband that have done that. I have been encouraged. No, it doesn't say. I have had a finger. It's very hard to speak because there is full of energy here in my home. I have had a ring on my finger. I have been engaged 4 times. And those people that are coming into my family have been my fiancé or my husband's friends. And they have been friends to him and not to me. Some have told me after that we break up that I have never been your friends. I was his friend. So I tell you now something that I remember now. I remember that I always have felt like I am a guest here on this planet. I have done that before anything have happened to me from heaven. I have always felt me as I am a guest in this planet. All these people that I have had when I grew up, because my mother was together with her brother and sister. Mostly was it her sisters. And I come with them because she was my mother. So I had people around me sometimes in big parties when it was something to celebrate. Then I have to come with my mother and I sit and look at this, what's going on in the feast. And I felt the whole time that I was not supposed to be there. I was a guest. And it have been my whole life. Not the whole time I have thinking about it, but sometimes it have a pop up that I am only a guest here. And now I know that is true, because I was placed here on this planet. And they have told me I have been here on this planet 6 times. So this is not my first time here on Earth. And so this is what I had here on Earth was not my family. They are not my family. I have a brother and sister, but I have not met them since my mother died in 1990. I have not heard from them. I have not seen them, and they, my brother and my sister, they are on Facebook, but they hide their profiles, so I can't see anything, what they are doing and what they are saying. We can't even be friends on Facebook. That is very bad. When you can't be, so you can see your brother and sister, what they are doing in today. I don't know how my brother looked like, because he is not on in a photography today. He hide, and the same with my adopted sister. I have been friends with her daughters, but I am not, because they spy on me for my sister to look and talk bad about what they read and see. So I have deleted them. I have deleted everyone that was in my family here on Earth. I choose now to be by myself. I have started to choose that I don't need a husband here anymore. I don't need a man here, because I have my real husband, I have my real man. I have a whole family in heaven, so I don't need it. And only focus on to help you to understand by having this podcast. And it's all over the world now. I have fulfilled this to tell you what's going on and what have going on. I have reached out all over the world now. So, and it's coming with this, that I was in Jerusalem. I was on my way to think that I should talk a little more about Jerusalem, because I am only talking about when I come to the hotel at 3 o'clock in the night, at the first night at the hotel. And I have much more to say about Jerusalem, and maybe I do that tomorrow, because I have nothing obligation to do tomorrow, so I can take 1 hour to talk to you about more about Jerusalem. And but now it starts to be the future. And when God come in 2000, I have said it 1,000 times to you about it, but I say once more that when God come in year 2000, I could have asked him all kind of questions, but the only question I had for God, and I think it's something they make me to ask. It was not really me, it was something I felt that I should ask God. And I asked God what the U.F.O, aliens, what they are. And God, he was not, I didn't see him, but he could give me a hint that about it, that he didn't like it, the way he talked to me, the way he answered me back. He could show me that he didn't like the question, or he could have laughed and say it like it was a stupid question like that, but he didn't. He answered me immediately, and he said, "Those are the people of the future." That was God told me in August 2000, and I left everything I had in Sweden. I have a good job in Sweden. I was a manager for organization for the tenants in my city, and I work with internet for the whole city hall. I built those things for the communication for the city hall, so I have nice job, and I was educated at the university, and I had a husband, and I had 2 kids, and a nice home. But I left everything. I left everything when God come and talked to me. And God also took away my ability to could read a book. That is very interesting, that he didn't want me to read a book. And I still I can't read a book still today. And he took me out from everything and let me start over a new life under him. And God and heaven taught me many things in United States when I was there for 3.5 years, and then continue to educate me until today, and will be in the future also. That I will never be ending of my education under heaven and God. And I let you come with me in this education. If you want, I have many followers. So there is people that want to hear the truth, what is going on. And you see now, it's going on. So first it was that we should store up food because it's come this COVID-19. I didn't know that. It was just when I started my podcast COVID-19 come, and they told me and you to store up food, and then have it continue to be stored up. Then it's come this crisis we have today, that it's gas for the car and electricity, that we have to learn to slow down in our money, to spend money, and then now it's coming over the whole planet. It looks like balloons, but they shoot them down because they don't want us to know the truth. The government doesn't want us to communicate with aliens. Some people can take it and some people can't take it, and get panic and destroy things and kill things because of the fear. The spirit that is here he's saying that that's how they do with your message. You are our messenger, but people don't want to know anything of what you are saying because of fear. And that's how it is. They're telling me now that the fear that people have is a fear that going out in that way, that they stop you and they talk behind your back and they laugh about what you are saying. And this is because of fear. And those people that listen at those people, they also have the fear, because they want to know, to think it's the truth, what they are saying behind my back, that she's crazy, she don't talk, she don't know what she's talking about. This is fake. I don't know what people say, but that those that followed, those that stab my back, they have this for fear. It's not only those that is saying about don't talk to her, don't be a friend to her, like that. Those that follow also have the fear, and they are not going to make it. One day when they understand what's going on for real, the Bible is talking about those that fall down. They fall down like dead because of fear. And they are not going to make it. But it's not God that have done it. They have done it to themselves because they have listened to those that is liar, that work against this to come out, spread out all over the world. But as I have told you, I have reached the whole world now. Every country have at least one person that have listened at my podcast. And that what God have told me, that I only need to spread it out so at least one have heard what's going on here in this podcast. And it's done. I never thought it should be that way. But it's not me. I don't know anything. It's what heaven is telling me. So I ended here. I don't know if it was this I should talk about, but it may be like that. And if I have more to say, I will recording tomorrow also. So thank you for listen, and thank you for follow me, and thank you that support me. God loves you, and I love you too.